Look, I'm not going to waste your time and cut to the chase. You're probably having difficulties with the data science course that you took in two ways. Either one, you took the course feeling underwhelmed by its efficacy upon completion, or two, the course in question is too difficult or confusing to learn under the time constraints advertised, such as 6 months. I'm going to explain why this is the case and how you can fix this situation effectively. Firstly, I'll explain how you got in this situation in the first place. When you go through the education system, you're not really given a scientific or comprehensive way to study. You're given an objective, such as get good grades, without being presented the methodology to actually accomplish said objective. This results in what is called rote memorization. Rote memorization is the conventional form of studying based on repetition. It is reading and rereading a text, acquiring the illusion of learning. It works during the lower levels of education but becomes inefficient in the higher forms. This is where the collective consensus comes from, where you must sacrifice to achieve more in higher forms of education. It is true to a degree, but not completely. This is where most people leave the education system with inefficient tools and mental models to deal with the changing world. Secondly, the information age presents the illusion of ease without effort. This convenience is beneficial in certain circumstances but detrimental in others. It gives access to information that was previously inaccessible. It does not give a system to assimilate that information that corresponds to a science of learning. It then creates a discrepancy between expectation and reality. This is not to say that you can't learn large amounts of information in short periods of time, but they need to be done systematically. Traditional forms of education presented this system to assimilate knowledge. When you try to learn through an online course, for an example, it is only the information being presented without the mechanism to assimilate and use that information. Thirdly, when we speak of data science, there are various topics interconnected and interwoven within it. These can be statistics, machine learning, various forms of coding, programming languages, linear algebra, etc. Learning the basics of these topics and connecting them into a cohesive mental model can be difficult. This can make the whole task difficult and confusing. Some courses do not even go into such depth into the topic. This can lead to being incompetent in the subject matter at hand. These are the reasons that data science courses could not or are not working the way that you hoped it would be. So how do you fix that? I want you to follow this analogy with me, okay? So imagine that there are two people who have hammers in their hand. They have to go from point A to point B. Person A runs faster than person B. So he starts to run with a hammer in his hand. The distance is long, but person A believes he will beat person B. Person B has two options. Either run after person A, whom he knows is much faster, or two, construct a car. Person B uses all of his time and energy to construct a car to drive to point B. It's much more complex and difficult to use his hammer to construct a functional car and even teach himself how to drive, yet it is more efficient. Person A, who's running, is miles ahead of person B, but begins to get more tired, lethargic, but is still confident that he'll win. He starts to see the end of his destination. Person B finally finished constructing his car and learns to drive. He drives his car, catching up to person B. Soon after some time, person B arrives at his destination with a new set of tools, beating person A. His car saves him more time to focus on constructing even more complex vehicles, while person A still only has a hammer. The hammer in this analogy is the basic study skills, i.e., rote memorization. The car is the system developed through the science of learning. The destinations were the navigation points to your goals. In order to fix your situation, you would need to construct a learning system to assimilate the knowledge of the course effectively. The system would need to be based on the principles of learning. A good book, if you are new to this sort of subject, and which I personally would dumb the dummy's guide to the science of learning, would be Learning How to Learn How to Succeed in School Without Spending All Your Time Studying, a guide for kids and teens by Barbara Oakley. She really does go into depth with some of her books. There's also adult versions if you want a different one that's more suited to your age bracket. But this is just basically, I chose this one for an introduction because of its ease and humor. It really is a great introduction if this is new to you. The development of this system to actually learn is time consuming, but is definitely worth it and will help you more long term in your life. If you want personal help in constructing your own system, whether it be general habits that are getting in the way of your goals or learning strategies specifically for data science, whatever, I provide consultations on my website. You can find them available in the descriptions. I look forward to you working with you. And yeah, my name is Vince. If you made it this far in the video, I'm truly grateful and wish you all the best in your journey. Yeah, thanks.